I'm Alex Roberts.
I'm Jared Miller.
And it's time to dangle, snipe, and stampede.
It's gone!
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dangle, Snipe, and Stampede. And it's officially baseball season now. Spring training started up this weekend, and I can't tell you how excited I am for the Cubbies.
On the podcast.
It was a great day to sign Cody Bellinger.
Just let him go.
Man, baseball, Jared,
guys, this is the only team I have to look forward to this season, okay? My hockey team is awful. I just watched Patrick Kane break my heart for the first time in my life, and I was not happy.
Haven't the Cubs been, bad since they won the World Series?
No, they've just been mediocre. They haven't been straight up.
Okay, well,
but now
hey,
this is the
I
first
know
time
a thing or two about mediocre.
They only missed the playoffs by a couple games last year. So this year is playoffs. I'm just dying to watch playoff sports. I'm dying.
That's what the Sabres said last year, and look where they are. So
shut up. I don't want to hear it.
So
don't do that to me.
Good luck for your season.
But that's probably what'll happen. And knowing my luck.
I'm just going to play MLB The Show when it comes out and call it a day.
Yeah.
More than my
Hey,
experience with baseball.
I was ranked pretty high last year on that game. Yeah. But
you seem to be pretty good at sports games.
I'm pretty good at video games.
What about NHL, though?
NHL, I had to give up a little bit because I got too mad at it.
Oh. What? No.
Yeah, no. That it wasn't healthy. MLB The Show, it's more relaxing, but I also get mad at that. But I think I'm better at MLB The Show than no one cares. But if anyone wants to play MLB The Show or NHL, I will kindly take challenges.
Do you think you'll win?
Oh, I know I'll win.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's what I'll
Confidence. I like it. Well, this past weekend were the last home games of the season across the board. The D1 team was at home against the University of Oregon, and the women's team was on the road in Salt Lake City for their conference tournament. So, where do you guys want to start? And we'll let you guys pick.
I think maybe the women. I think we were there, obviously for the men. So, what I got to see of the women's game, I got to see the Arizona State one, which obviously didn't go our way, but honestly they played pretty decently, and bits and pieces of the Utah and Colorado State games, obviously, because we had our own Ducks to deal with.
Yeah. So, I think that was a good tournament. I mean, they played the way that I kind of expected it to play out. When I saw the ASU beat CSU 7-0, I was not surprised.
I mean, they just have continued to kind of be a buzzsaw, and we kept it close. Is what was a little bit the sucky part of our game with ASU is we did keep it close originally. And then they just kind of blew it open real quick, 3-4 goals, and then it's after that you're just trailing and trying to get back into it.
Yeah, and they did a good job the 2 nights prior against Utah and Colorado State. The Utah game was interesting. Nothing too wild happened in that game. The real highlight of the tournament was the other game with how crazy triple overtime.
I thought honestly as we were wrapping up night 2 versus Oregon, I thought we were gonna get to say we won or lost, and then
30 minutes later.
Well, yeah, you guys went on for a little bit while, and then we were still kind of going, and we had been it's in overtime, and that's all we got to do. It just kept going, and we finished, and then it still kept going.
Mm-hmm.
And then they won.
Yeah,
that's the good part.
That's true. It could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a loss too.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy. Wallace got a shorthanded goal in that game, and you get those 2 quick goals at the end of the second.
That was hilarious.
We were in intermission.
Oh my God,
we were checking in. Or no, you were just checking in.
I was checking. It was the end of the second period, I want to say.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I was looking at the game, and it was 2-1, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I turned back like a minute later, and it was 3-2, and I was like, wait a second.
I know.
Suddenly,
what happened?
we've taken the lead.
Bonk and Fischelli, I mean, they've been playing very, very, very well this year. I mean, oh my goodness. That top line is going to be great next year. I mean,
Yeah, they were able to put it together as the season progressed. I mean, that was our number one issue earlier on, is that it just wasn't really clicking. And hey, they found their way to literally second in the
I know.
WWCHL tournament.
Well, and it's just I mean, I will say, even though I won't be here next year, I'm going to be really excited to watch some of those games and watch
No, I think it'll be fun.
Fischelli and Ewald and Bonk play again, and it's going to be great for them because Ewald and Fischelli are both freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, they've got 3 more years ahead of them to do what they've got to do, and I mean,
if we can get ASU to fall off another back-to-back, in the next 3 years,
who knows?
3, you got
I mean,
time.
ASU's really. I mean, I think it was you who said that ASU's women's team is really trying hard to get a D1 program.
I do not remember saying that. I don't think I ever said that.
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember hearing it from someone.
Fact check.
I remember hearing it from. Or no.
I mean, I wouldn't be
I heard it from Matt
surprised.
Server. I heard it from Matt Server.
Oh.
I heard it from Matt Server. I was
Really?
talking to it. I remember this now. I was talking to him at the first intermission of the first Wyoming game a couple weeks back before they played ASU.
Oh, ASU, yep.
And I was talking to him because he was there. Oh man, he was like, I literally went to walk in to grab a towel, and it was 8-0. I walked back out. It's 10-0. Yeah,
That game was crazy.
I talked to him for a little bit. Yeah, and he said like, ASU is just fantastic. They're trying to get a D1 program, which is why they're playing so well and trying so hard with it.
I mean,
It makes sense.
Go
They
for
have
it,
the
yeah.
men's team already.
Yeah.
They could. I'm sure
they could absolutely
I think that
support
would
a
go
women's
well.
one.
No, I mean they have 3 club. Now they have 4 club teams, including the women's team. They have 3 men's club teams and the D1 program. Like
Yeah.
they've
You
got a lot of
absolutely
hockey
toast
out
that.
there. So I would
Which
not
is
be
crazy.
surprised.
We should have
It's
a lot of
at
hockey.
Arizona State, they're in Tempe. It's in Arizona. But
It's way
Hey.
too hot there.
I know.
At least
The Coyotes would like to have a word.
Well, the Coyotes need to have a word with like their ownership, and
They also
and
need to
the
get an
NHL
arena.
first. Yeah, they need to have a word with other people before they have a word with me.
But if ASU is to get a D1 program, I'd be interested to see what happens with the conference, and if they decide to add
That's
other
true.
teams,
To balance it out.
because then you'd be left with 5.
Well, I
and
think
then-
they'd keep a ACHA team.
Oh yeah, I would assume they probably do as well. And then you could possibly think about adding Wyoming and Montana State if they can somehow find a way to skate. Which I mean,
Wow.
I
That was
know.
brutal.
Oh,
I mean,
man, Alex.
That was.
Out of nowhere.
I'm sorry.
Out of nowhere.
I'm sorry, but then again, it's like this is also I'm pretty sure they're both pretty new programs, so it takes a while. I mean, we saw Idaho State for the D2
Oh,
team; they were in
yeah.
their 5th game ever. But it's like,
That was also kind of a thrashing, at least score front.
but also it's like you look at what San Diego State did in the D1 division this year, as opposed to last year. They were terrible last
Yep.
year, to put it lightly. But this year,
they were 120-1.
Yeah.
That's, I think, more than terrible. That's a bad record,
and then this year, like, we saw like their first games of the year, and they looked like a completely
Much
different team.
better.
So who knows? Maybe that's what happens with Idaho State. Maybe that's what happens with Montana State and Wyoming. I mean, and if they do get better, and if they do find a way to win a couple games, maybe they get an invitation to play in the WWCHL. Because guess what? The conference just wasn't really that good this year.
I mean,
Trying to be blunt, because you look at the rankings, everyone was below 20th out of 30 teams, except for ASU. I mean, but like it doesn't mean it wasn't entertaining. Some of the WWCHL games we watched, like the Buffs playing GCU, the Buffs playing Colorado State, those were good games.
Yep.
And even the Buffs against Arizona State in that second game that you guys called, like that was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So I mean, like that doesn't mean that they're bad teams. It's just there's a different mentality going into certain of these games, and you kind of showed itself early in the season. The Buffs struggled, but they played some tough teams. They kind of got it together when they played their conference, and they won the games that mattered.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
started off
thing.
with the GCU sweep,
Yep.
At the end of last semester, and just honestly didn't
Went
really
on a
look
roll.
back. Yeah.
No.
Speaking of GCU, I like to GCU's D1 men's team
Oh my gosh.
in the WCHL. Lack of a second. W.
Oh. Now that is a turnaround for the ages.
They went on just a roll.
Well, and we were just talking about it in nationals. They're playing Illinois State in the 16-17 game. If they win, they play the number 1 team in the country in Minot State. And considering that they beat UCO twice, there's a chance they could take down number 1.
They could. They went 9-1 in their last 10.
That'd
That's
be exciting.
insane.
Well, I mean,
good
the only
underdog.
the D1 team didn't play GCU, but the Buffs were 3-0 against GCU this season. The two wins that the women's teams had, and then the D2 team beating GCU
That's
in
true,
the
that's
shootout
true.
and the BMAC Classic. So
They're one win of that BMHC Classic. No.
yeah, but you know what? It's exciting.
Hey. I got it.
That's exactly they got it.
They got it, and they got to their own conference tournament.
Yeah, GCU just barely missed out on regionals too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, be interesting to see what happens in that tournament. I don't know if it's over already. I don't think so. No, I think it's over already. Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
Hold up. I don't remember this now. I just did not keep up with this.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, we were I think it was all just we were really focused on what was happening in. Oh my gosh. What's happening here in Boulder
Yeah.
and Salt Lake City, the two teams that are still playing, but should be. I mean, I'd be interested to see what happened here. It doesn't look like Metro State and Iowa State played, so that auto bid thing was for if they got auto bid to nationals, which they just missed out on.
Yeah. Losing to Colorado State probably didn't help.
No, I think that's probably what hurt. I would say.
But who knows?
I was gonna say there's another team that was alike to Iowa State just at a nationals.
Yeah.
Well, us.
Oh, this team. Yeah.
We talked about that already.
Well, yeah, but
Rather not do it again.
hey, they had a chance to respond against Oregon. And
Oh yeah,
we
didn't talk about those games.
we
did
got one. Yeah, that's my transition. We got
Okay.
we got one of the games. You know,
I will
which
say
the first one honestly was really well played by them, especially considering the new personnel they had on the ice.
I thought it was really interesting considering that they had gone and they had been eliminated from nationals.
Mm-hmm.
My expectation going into that game was they were going to play some other guys who hadn't
Yes.
got enough ice time because, well, the season was over. It was against a team that was much weaker than them, and I think it was just a let's go out there and have fun type of weekend,
Mm-hmm.
Especially for that first game.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't senior night. They were just like, you know what, let's go at it.
Yeah, you guys have stuck with us. You guys get a chance to go out there, including, but not limited to, Caden Boucher,
He played really well.
Aidan Hebel, Grant Robinson, both playing in like first couple games. Dickinson, Michike.
Sandberg, Michike. You're right.
It's pronounced Michike. It's not Michika, Mikiche, Michi, whatever it is. It's Michike.
You got it.
It's Michike. I got it from Garrett myself. It's Michike.
That's the best source you're probably gonna get it from. So
Get it from the guy.
probably accurate.
Yeah. So I mean, and speaking of Michike,
He
that was
looked
first of the
good.
game, first goal of the year,
Yeah, career, I'm pretty sure.
right there in that first game. Got to a loose puck. Pretty cool moment, especially for those players that haven't played very much. I bet like on the bench they're celebrating for those types of players getting to be able to pot one.
Absolutely. They had a good drive during the game. Like obviously it's they're getting the time to play. They're gonna want to try to make their impact if they can, and they did a lot. Of, obviously, the two Dickinson goals.
The second game were awesome.
A lot of good work by the newer members of the team, just basically stepping in and contributing each where they could to get at least that first win. And they contributed great, honestly. I didn't really have a problem with any of the players that they played on Friday night.
Not me neither. I thought that first game, I think, was just fun to kind of see some new faces and see them change things up, like Pashenik and Borgi were playing with Jenin.
Yep.
And, you got Rosalenko. I think Rosalenko, Marcinkiewicz, and Marcinkiewicz and Eason weren't playing.
Yeah.
They weren't even playing in that game, but that's another thing. They sat Rapp, they sat George, they sat Drew McConaughey.
Yep.
Roman wasn't playing.
Pearson played with Rosalenko and Mitch
on the
Cat,
fourth line.
Roman was out
Roman
for
didn't
both
play
this
either.
game,
Yeah, that's true.
or this weekend.
Yeah, he didn't play. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is what. Pearson was on the third line, where it was like fourth line. Excuse me. Michike, Farrell, Bunting.
Yeah.
Trunco with Sandberg and Foy, and then you said Pashenik, Jen, and Borgi.
Yeah.
I really like to see how Boucher played. A, how he played on his own in the crease, and B, how the team played around him and responded to how he played. It was interesting. I was saying during the broadcast, obviously, we noted that he was not as large in net as any of the other goalies, and so he did play with a very notable quickness, athleticism, flexibility, and it was fun to see him operate on that, and the team operate around that. It often made them go a little bit quicker in their own zone, because he looked a little bit less content to really just kind of shut the play down, be solid, and was much more, we're gonna keep the play moving. We're go.
Well, it kind of felt like taking a page out of Server's book in a way, because I know Server, but not in a different way. Like, he'll play it away in the back behind his own net. He'll always play it. He won't just kind of like sit there and wait for them to try and make a play and then cover it up or anything. Like, he's very much when you go play the puck and prevent any sort of chance on me to take the pressure off myself. And certain goaltenders play it different ways. And one thing that was interesting that Nick had talked to me after the game, he really liked the way he played out of his crease.
Yes. I kept mentioning that he was very far out of his crease a lot of the time, or away from the net, and I liked that. Again, he's smaller. He's taking away possible angles, and also taking away time for a shooter to have to recognize. Okay, where am I shooting? What holes? What opportunities do I have? He's just coming right at them and saying, "I'm going to challenge you," and it was effective.
Yeah.
On Friday night. It was very effective. He only allowed the 2 from Oregon, and was, I think, very, very strong for the most part.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be great because, of course, you lose Server.
Yes.
So, you have Boucher and O'Gwen going into next season, and Boucher, from the limited time we got to see him, it looks like he'll be a good backup option.
Mm-hmm. And good to develop for another year under O'Gwen.
Yeah.
You get O'Gwen and Server, and then you get another year of O'Gwen. Because goalie's a hard position, and
it is.
And the thing is there's just not obviously many goalies on a team, There
are 4 on this roster though.
So there's a lot of goalies on our team, but you
not
can't,
usually though.
Yeah, but you can't. It's tougher to get, maybe the help or mentorship you might want in that position. There's not going to be 18 other goalies.
Yeah.
Helping you out alike to forwards or defensemen. So. I think it's going to be good for the progression of at least the goaltending for the team.
Yeah, no, and then they got UNLV this weekend as a last hurrah for their season.
That's a firework of
what a way to go
a game.
out.
Yeah, wow.
Especially if you win that second
we
game.
haven't played them all season as well. It's like, hi, Las Vegas.
They must have just found a scheduling like that was probably the only weekend they hadn't played each other.
The one good thing about missing nationals. You get to go have a great time in Vegas.
Yeah,
that is
go have fun and try to win.
How much you wanted to bet that was part of the reason to put that at the end of the season if they found it. Like,
Probably
no.
not. I don't know if that was purposeful,
Hey,
but
ACHA, can you put this at the
not
end?
gonna complain.
well, no, they schedule
necessarily.
the teams schedule together. against each
Oh,
other. They don't-
okay.
So like the president, so like Borgie did all the scheduling this year. 'Cause
Oh,
he's the
man.
team president, I think,
All right.
and captain. So yeah, like they go out and communicate with the other presidents and whatnot, and communicate on when you guys are going to play each other. So, I mean, obviously, new captain, new scheduling stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with, or well, not only what happens when a lot of the leadership guys, head to greener pastures, because Trunco and Gosnell are both graduating as well.
Yep.
You get Kate, and I mean you lose Pachenik as well, who is also wearing the A. Kate, the only person who wore a C or an A that's returning next season. So it's interesting. I'll be interested to see who gets that captaincy, if it is Jesse or if it's someone else, and who ends up stepping up and taking the A.
I mean, yeah, it's a big position, and I think Borgie and Trunco, for example, I think they did a really, really good job in that just like leadership heart position this year. And it's an important role to fill. So I honestly don't know if I can make a prediction right now who
I could not.
who
either.
will get it, but I think they'll make the right choice, honestly.
Oh, I have it. I trust in them.
But yeah, I mean, you saw how important it was this year. Like a lot of the time, it really just was just that extra oomph and effort and drive to, get that result they wanted.
Yep. Tell you what. Sucks. It's over.
Yeah.
Sucks the season's over.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean we're going to stop doing stuff. I mean, Jared, we plan on having the women on this week. For
Yeah, we got to work on schedule on that.
yeah, we were gonna talk to them more about the WWSU Shield tournament, and of course, Atwood's triple overtime winner against Colorado State. So that was kind of like a plan that we were gonna have. Just couldn't get them in this week, so we'll make sure we're gonna talk more about that tournament when we get a chance to talk to some of the players who played in those games.
Get their perspective.
Yeah, exactly, and get their perspective. And doesn't mean we're going to stop doing content for this. Interviews are going to be the main focus. After next week, we'll recap what happened in Las Vegas. But other than that, those are the last games of the season. So it means interview time.
Interview content,
We're going to try and get as many people on the hockey teams as possible. If you're interested, let us know. We'll be very, very happy to, sit down and talk for 10, 15, 20 minutes, depends on,
however long
we'll
you
go
want
for
to
an
talk.
hour.
Yeah,
I don't care. I got nowhere else to. I do have other places to be, but I
Well,
don't
we both have class.
Yeah, but I don't really care that much anymore.
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
senioritis.
yeah.
It's a
I
thing.
have to care.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
care.
you
I don't
still
have
have
to.
to
I
care.
don't have to care. I just gotta get C's.
I just gotta
There you
pass.
go.
But yeah, no. So that's what the future looks going forward. But tell you what, kind of I was looking at the WCHL awards. Really kind of sad we didn't see anyone on on the teams. I mean, but then again, you look at the
Yeah.
rosters; they're only like half the league is contributing, and it's
I
kinda
mean, when
whatever.
UCO and UNLV are in your conference,
And they're so dominant.
and they have so many points. Yeah.
I mean, 5 of the 6 players on the first team are from UNLV or UCO.
It's all. I definitely think we probably could have gotten maybe one player on.
Are there
but I don't disagree.
Are there like
with
freshman teams?
There
Rookie.
was a first team
Rookie.
and a second team, and then there was a rookie team.
No
3
rookies.
No.
It was Hunter Bolger from Missouri State. He got Rookie of the Year. 2 guys from UCO, and then 3 guys from GCU made the cut as well. So,
Dang.
Yep.
well, and you said that they had a lot of people who hopped in.
Yeah.
So
no,
maybe
that
a
does
couple of
make
them
sense.
were rookies. So that could have been it. Yeah. I mean, it kind of stinks, but maybe that's something we can do. We can come up with a first team for CU hockey for all 3 of the teams and kind of do our own like little award stuff for them.
Spin on it.
I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've got nothing else to do. It's content for
Why
the
not?
podcast and everything. Like, I think it would be kind of fun.
Stay tuned. We'll get that out.
Any ideas too? I mean, we really
Yeah.
got nothing to do.
If you
But
guys have any ideas on,
It's February 26th right now. We got how many months till we graduate? Like 2.
2,
I mean,
Well,
we got
like
2
2 and a
months to
half.
do things. 2.5 months.
I've
mean-
got like 2 years.
well, you're studying abroad for years, so you know what you're doing next year.
Sort of. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Also, you want a guy here?
I have to go. I do.
Yeah. Again. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Same with last.
I won't make it as somber this time.
Not as somber. I liked it though. So, it was. You could just be like, you know.
I don't know.
Poof or something.
We'll figure something out.
It's up to your discretion.
Yeah, I'll just cut it away.
I'll see it when it.
I'll
pops
see it.
up.
I'll make a decision.
But yes, that's me for the week.
Cool. Thanks. Bye. Once again, if you're interested here in Scobuff Sports, we meet Wednesdays at 6:45 in Case West 262. If you're interested in photography and covering these teams next season, come and join us.
Yeah, announcing. We have enough photographers.
We'll
take more, but
yeah.
we need announcers.
The teams definitely will take more.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to do it for us. I mean, you can
do whatever you want.
Intern for the hockey teams themselves, because I know they also had a couple seniors that are graduating, so they're also looking for new people as well. So if you're interested just at all with the teams in general, like, come talk to us, let us know. Yeah. Also, on that note, I want to give a shout out to Abby and Drew. They've been doing a great job this year. I mean, Abby, of course, running the whole show, and Drew doing hockey ops and being the PA guy. I mean, both of them have done a fantastic job this season, building up the atmosphere here in the rec.
Yeah, and been helpful to us as well.
Well, that too.
Just
being a good contact.
Yeah, made our lives easier.
Yeah.
So
I also want to give a shout out to all the photographers that we did have throughout the season. I mean, we had a lot.
Or we're just gonna list like the 15 we had.
I mean,
you remember them? I don't remember who they are.
I probably wouldn't be able to remember every single one of them that came around, but especially here at the tail end of the season, Roberto, Remy, Tyler, Christian, the main four that have showed up to
Zach.
Of course, Zach and
Leo's been showing up.
Leo for the last couple games. I mean, he did a fantastic job with that edit after Friday's game. I mean, that was fantastic. And he just got featured on Hockey House Pod with the last goal of the season for the Buffs with that wicked move, bunting.
I don't know how he didn't get. I don't know how he didn't.
I don't either.
I don't know. I watched it multiple times. I'm still confused.
It was crazy.
But
and then George Issa put it away and put some hope back into the Buffs at the end of that game.
Kiara was a photographer this
year.
Yep,
Kiara was there a couple times. We had a lot of people show up, a lot of people help out. Nathan, Christian's roommate.
Yes.
Yep.
Took
you a second.
No, we had a lot of photographers.
So I want to thank everyone who came out and took photos of the teams, because of course we're busy doing our own thing, running the streams. They're getting some great videos and great pictures of the action on the ice, and it just elevates the amount of stuff that we can do. It elevates the quality of coverage that this team gets. So want to very much show a thanks and of appreciation to all the photographers that showed up, and of course all the photographers on the hockey team as well, because they're doing some great stuff as well for their socials and for their stuff as well. So yeah, just everyone involved did a fantastic job this season.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been the ones that you guys have been hearing and listening to all season long, but that's the stuff behind the scenes that
Yeah, Nick too.
Yeah, Nick as well.
Just running socials for us basically every game.
Especially at the tail end of the season, running camera.
I hated running camera.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped doing it.
I also that reminds me, I do want to touch on your thank you article.
Oh man,
that was I can link it. I mean, it is a must read. I mean, it was fantastic. If you've been following us all season long, I mean, you kind of want to read what Jared's been up to. But no, I just wanted to go back on that stream that you mentioned with the women's game last year at 10 a.m.
That was so trash.
Where it was just you.
It was so trash.
That could have been my first game.
It could have been. It wouldn't have worked. The audio.
I mean, that's
I don't
true.
think
It wouldn't have worked.
You couldn't see the game. It was so bad. It was lagging the entire time. I had comment sections full of complaints. I was like, yeah, I don't care right now. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm trying.
It was terrible.
Well, and then we figured it out because after that first game that
And
the
then-
three of us were there for against Missouri State,
Yeah.
we switched the stream from your computer to Aiden's computer.
Yeah, and that fixed a lot of problems.
Well, it's just
Apparently, my computer doesn't work.
well, you just don't have enough RAM.
Yeah.
That was the thing that we kind of noticed. Like I
But-
think you had like 4 gigs of RAM.
I
or
don't
something
even
like
know,
that.
but it did not work.
Yeah. Like I think we
But-
both our computers had more, so it was able to handle the 1080p resolution coming out of the camera.
That game was so.
Because the
Oh,
question is,
man.
was it running at least okay on like the output on your computer, like or was
No,
it
I
just,
think everything was a mess.
Okay,
I don't even
okay.
remember. I tried it because I forgot about that until I started writing it,
yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, that was the first game I was by myself, and it was absolutely terrible."
Well, and then you and Aiden did the next weekend against Oregon.
Also not great, but better.
Yeah, and then that was with Matt Server,
Yep.
which
And then I think we figured things out.
yeah,
a
and then
little
it
bit.
was I was gonna go in. It's like I was trying to get things going for like a couple weeks, but of course had a couple football games to do, and I was not ready for the game, and yeah, so I was glad that we could hop in at that point, and then I had to miss a couple more games throughout that fall semester because ran into football season, which don't think anyone wanted to watch that football team that year.
I did anyways, but
I had to.
you had to.
I had
I
to.
chose to.
Well, then again, I had to, but it was also my choice to be part of band again.
Yeah.
So I was forced to.
I really
Go through all-
appreciated them not having any home games this year during the football season.
I think that was probably a priority that the team set. I think that was definitely something that they all looked for to try and do so that they didn't have anything intersect. Because of course, I mean, like with the football team being just like the talk of the country, of course you don't want to be playing at home. And
No.
try because no one's going to show up because everyone's going to be
Well,
at
the
Folsom.
sports stable is a really nice rink.
Yeah. Well, they
I
played
was there
there
the
a
other
couple
day.
times.
Yeah, I know. Last year we didn't get to go to any of the games. That's
Yeah.
a nice rink. I was there
That was
Saturday before Saturday before the game.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's where the BMHC tournament, like the final, was held.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a nice arena, from what I've heard.
I liked it.
Well, it's not too far, right? It's Superior.
It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes down the road.
Yeah. So there's that, and then, yeah. No, I mean, I was just really happy that we didn't have to worry about scheduling conflicts and that, and especially selfishly for me because I was going to be
yeah.
at the stadium, and you were going to be at the stadium as
I was
well.
going to be at the stadium too.
We
Yeah, no.
were-
I
we
was
were all
working.
gonna
I
be
was
there.
also working the games this year.
Yeah. So, well, you were working in a different way.
I was working in.
Yeah, you were actually working them. I was just going to have a good time and work in a different way, provide entertainment. Or
Yeah, no, I was
entertainment.
crammed into a radio booth, having a good time.
Yep.
Watching football.
That to me is what was really fun. I didn't have to pay a single penny. I didn't
This
have
year?
to pay at all this year
Yeah,
for a
this
game.
year not one.
Being part of the band, that was super nice.
Yeah.
As well, especially like when they had the Nebraska game go on sale, and that gets sold out super fast. I'm like, I don't have to worry about that. I get to go in and I get great seats.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
mean, that was a
no,
great game.
football
CSU
season was
game
fun.
was stressful.
Basketball season still going on.
They're wrapping up. They're kind of
I get to go to Vegas for the Pac-12 tournament for the men's team.
Yep. You get to do that.
Yep.
I'm not going.
No,
I'm letting the people who have actually covered the teams this year go.
I'm just kind of supervising more than anything else.
Well, I mean, you are the EP.
I am.
That's you.
Yep, that is me. I did line it up though for hockey. It's back to hockey. The men's Pac-12 tournament lines up where the championship game is Saturday. And the New Jersey Devils play in Vegas in a day game on Sunday. So that's where I'll be on Sunday, the 17th, March 17th,
Oh my God.
at around like 1 p.m.-ish. I have to check to make sure the time zones are right. But that's where I'll be on Sunday, March 17th. If anyone's looking for me, you will not find me. I will be in Vegas at a Devils game. I'm going to get to every rink.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm going to.
that goal.
Yeah, I've been to Prudential Center to see the Devils play.
Duh.
I've seen them play in Anaheim and Los Angeles.
Okay.
That might have been it. I've seen the Devils play. I've been to more rinks, but to see the Devils, I think that might be the only three.
No, you've probably been to Ball Arena. You have had to have been.
Oh, duh. Yeah, Ball Arena. Yeah, I was disappointed this year,
Oh yeah, you went to the.
and I was there last year. And then Vegas would be number 5
Though. Like you just have like.
to see the Devils.
Have
Because
you
like
been
I've
to-
seen a game in Nashville. I've seen a game in.
Have you seen a game at MSG?
Yeah, I've seen a game in MSG.
Okay.
Just not
that
the
would-
Devils.
Yeah.
It was. Well, it's because I've been to a couple games at MSG. But I did. You know how like at games they'll have little kids go on the ice.
Yeah.
I did that twice. I did that once for the Devils and once for the Rangers
Oh, okay.
when I was little. So
Actually doing something for the Rangers willingly.
it was a cool experience.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't
It's
complain.
against the Winnipeg Jets. I don't remember the score. I played goalie for that one because it wasn't my team that did it. They needed a goalie though, and I was like, I played goalie every so often, so they invited me.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
See, there's the difference between me and you. You played hockey for a long time. I still can't skate. So,
Yep.
that's the problem. I still have not seen a Chicago Blackhawks game at the UC.
I went to
still-
the outside of the United Center,
Mm-hmm.
but I never went inside. Same with TD Garden. Outside, never inside.
I've only seen the Hawks play in Anaheim.
Nice rink, Honda Center.
Oh, the Honda Center is a
I
good
really
rink.
like it.
I want to say, let's see, I've watched.
That's usually where I'd be
3
this
games.
weekend. The Devils are there this weekend in California.
Well,
And
see,
I'd usually make the trip, but this year I had other things going on that weekend, and we'll be flying the opposite way.
yeah. So I think I've seen them play 3 times. One time they were down 2-0 in the final like minute and a half and tied and won in overtime. And that was like right after. That was like the height where both teams were really good in like 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
Went and saw them 2 years ago in 21. I was on spring break. I could go see them this year. Fly back on Thursday morning to watch a hockey game on Thursday night in Anaheim. But that'd be it.
Yeah.
I've also seen the AHL team play. I've also now seen the Rockford Ice Hogs play in San Diego. So
Okay.
that was fun over winter break. I mean that was just a total coincidence. And that they also play at a pretty nice arena, which kind of looping it back to ACHA a little bit. That's where SDSU played a couple times.
Oh, that
Pechanga Arena.
I
They
s-
they
I
played
saw
a couple times.
I saw a
there.
concert there, and I know there's a really good barbecue place like right across the street, but I don't remember the name.
Oh, I think I remember what you're talking about. I don't know if I've actually been there because it was late, and I don't think we actually were able to go in. But yeah, no, that's a good
And
area.
if we want, my brain. Oh man. So when I saw that concert in San Diego, it was the same day University of Denver won the national championship in the NCAA hockey,
Oh, there you go.
and Will Butcher was on the team, who then went to become a Devil. And I saw his first game against the Avalanche where he had 3 assists.
Oh, look at you.
My brain. I don't know why my brain does this. See, people think maybe I could do better in school. Maybe I could, but I choose to keep my memory on that stuff instead.
Oh yeah, no, that was definitely a problem I had. I could remember super obscure stuff, but give me an algebra problem, I was just clueless half the time.
Yep.
Just trying to remember the formula. Nope.
Well, I mean, one thing's fun, the other's not,
Exactly.
and one thing matters in the other, right? Yeah, maybe. So. I don't know.
Depends on who you ask. Depends.
Yeah, that's
on,
true.
Yeah.
For me, something matters. Math, nah.
Nope. I mean, a lot of people at this school, math matters because a lot of people are engineering, which is very
And we don't really know any.
No,
At least in our club, we don't know any.
no. I live with 2 engineering roommates. Some of the stuff that I've heard about, geez, it is hard.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was an engineering major too, so like, engineering is hard. I have major props to anyone who goes through that. Like, it is a very hard thing, and especially you think about, going back to like the Buffs hockey team. Remember, Oliver did that great story on Adam Trunco last year.
Yeah.
And he's a aerospace engineer. I mean, and he's playing hockey.
I guess both things can matter to some people. Not me though.
Nah.
Nah. But
Yeah, if you want to watch that,
yeah, we can
Package.
it's on YouTube. We can probably link it.
I think it's on Oliver's YouTube. I can probably link
I
it.
think
I'll
it's on.
find it.
I think it's on our YouTube.
Is it? Whatever, I'll find it.
Just
I'll
yeah.
link it. You'll want to watch it. It's a really
was
good
good.
story. Well, and that was also That was also last year when we thought Adam was going to be done because he was a coach the first semester last year, and then he hopped in on the ice, and then
That was confusing that day.
that was confusing against San Diego State when he's out there. I'm like, I thought he was a coach. And then all of a sudden he's just back as a player this year, and now it's truly the end.
Yes.
He's got his master's. I mean, future's bright for that man. Master's in engineering? Come on.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
He's got something. He's got it going. But also, I mean, what a player on the ice. We'd love to have him. I mean, I think we're going to try and get him on the podcast here.
I think that'd be a good interview.
Yeah, no.
Easy to talk to, I've learned.
Very much so.
I mean, we walked up to him a couple weeks ago, and he told us an entire story before I asked a question.
It was right after the diving gap goal.
Against ASU. He told us the entire story of what happened before I even got to ask a question. I was like, well, that was easy.
Yeah.
Why doesn't everyone do that?
Wait. just come on, let's go.
But
well, I think that was the same. I think that was the same night. Aidan had like a 10-minute interview with Matt Server, probably longer. Aidan,
that was a long interview.
That was a long interview. I don't know how he was able to do it for that long.
I don't know how people talk that long.
I mean, we were talking for 40 minutes. I mean, I know how we talk that long, but, in an interview, it's different.
It is different.
I mean, we had a...
I'm not going to lie. For the first half of this, I was just browsing the Elite Prospects page, trying to figure out connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was real. It's really been interesting to kind of see what you've been seeing from some of the guys from New Jersey about everything and their Elite Prospects.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't good at hockey, but, I played with people who were good at hockey, so I think some of those overlapped a little bit.
So that's kind of interesting.
But I'm trying to figure it out better, because since I'm a year older, 2001, fifth year, slightly off on the years, just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's super fun. Well, we'll try and get some more interviews as we kind of come to the tail end of the season and into the off season. That's kind of the goal, I'd say.
Yeah, and if you have any content ideas, let us know.
Please.
Maybe I just start challenging them to chill.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll figure something out. I mean, there's definitely a lot of good stuff that we could do.
I'm convinced I won't lose once.
Yeah?
I won't lose.
That's a strong statement.
That is very bold.
Now you probably have some people.
See, that one I can back up, though. I know I can back that one up.
Yeah?
I know I can. Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll get some people who are going to be interested.
Maybe.
If you want to face Jared on Shell, let us know. I mean,
that would actually be a blast.
Yeah?
Yeah, except now I can't lose.
Now you can't lose. You've already said that you definitely you won't lose. So now you can't lose.
Maybe I'm a little too confident on this, but I'm not changing my stance. I know I can win every game I play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see we'll see.
Maybe I should stop. Maybe I should reinstall the game.
Yeah, maybe that's probably a good idea.
It was really bad this year, but I'll reinstall it for this just to get ready.
Oh, were you not a fan of the NHL 24?
No, it was terrible.
No?
Terrible game.
Yeah.
Really bad. Nothing good about it.
What was so bad? I'm curious.
I can't even describe to you. It's just a terrible game, and it has been for a couple years.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Sports games have fallen off.
MLB's the only one that I think's consistently be good. 2K's not bad either.
Madden's fallen off hard.
Madden's not good. NCAA football, I'm excited for that.
I really am excited.
But I'm also scared it's going to be an exact replica of Madden, and it's going to be terrible.
See, at this point, I think it's just the first game in so long that I'd be pretty excited.
Yeah. No, I'm excited, but I'm just scared it's going to be terrible.
Oh, I am too.
But
I just hope I can get it on PC.
Maybe I should stop playing video games. Or play less video games.
I don't know. That ends up being your decision.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop.
Maybe calm down. Maybe pick up a single player game once in a while.
A single player game?
I don't know.
Nah.
see, that's the thing. I'm like exclusively almost exclusively like a single player type thing. I do a lot of that type of stuff. That's kind of how I unwind. I do a lot of that. Those are really fun. I also don't play a lot of newer games. I play a lot of games that I played in my childhood. So, whatever. Trying to get into new games. Somewhat. Yeah. Who knows? I'll figure it out. Or I just draw video games in general to focus on sports. Who knows at this point? Yeah.
That was a tangent.
That was a tangent. Again, if you guys have any ideas for content or want to be on the podcast, let us know in the comments. That'd be great, because then we will know.
Or just like text us.
Yeah, that's
Because
that
I'm
also
not. I
works.
probably won't look at the comments. You probably will.
I probably will.
I probably won't look at the comments.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like you're up your alley.
No.
I'll probably be looking at it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you can also just feel free to message us on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Just text us, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll get it. We'll see. Tell you what, right now we're trying to get Liam O'Gwen on the podcast.
Well, he has to be.
Well, no, that's to be fair.
That's not us trying.
He
said,
asked me
word for word. What was it? Get me on the pod.
Yeah, get me on the
Yeah.
pod. Like that was it. That was it. Just get me on the pod. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
I ain't saying no.
So
We'll get OG on here. We'll see if it's next week or the week after. We'll work out some times and whatnot. So that's the plan. Next week, maybe a dual interview episode with Liam O'Gwen and the women's team. We'll see. And of course, you'll figure out next week whether or not. But we'll make sure that we get as many interviews as we can, because that's, it's enough hearing from us. You want to hear it from the guys who are on the team.
especially there's really nothing else for us to talk about.
Well, yeah, especially that. Get their take on the season, get their take for the future. I mean,
Just get to know them.
yeah, that too. Because I think that's one thing that was really nice about this season, kind of actually getting to talk to the team a little bit, get a chance to know them a little bit. We'd like to keep that going as we kind of approach the end of the semester. If you have any ideas, you want to be on the podcast, let us know.
Yeah, we forgot to thank the Pasheniks.
Yeah.
They wrote us a very nice card and paid for a dinner for the crew.
I know. I mean,
I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Because I wrote about that a little bit too in the letter I wrote. 2 a.m. on Saturday or Sunday morning after the last game. Very sad. But it was like the parents and the friends who came up to us and spoke to us and said how, like, thought we were doing a great job and appreciate it. That just made it, like, that's what made it even better.
well, yeah, and I think that it was just so nice to kind of get to know some of the parents as well. Kind of just be able to recognize the faces, recognize people, and be able to just kind of say hi and welcome to the game and everything, and I just we do these streams so that the parents can watch their kids play hockey. That's the whole reason why we do them. So yeah, we want to thank the Pasheniks big time. Big time. I mean, you did not have to do that. You really didn't. Yeah, thank you so much. And that's all we've got. Thanks for listening to this episode of Dangle, Snipe, and Stampede. And you heard it here first on Sco of Sports.